In this video, we're going to go over the Additional Information tab in the Customer dimension. Customer details and additional information, similar to vendors, again. You can have customer type. You can assign a sales rep to the customer if you have one. They would have to be in the employee list in order to be associated as a sales rep. You can have parent-child relationships, just like you can in vendors. So say you have a customer who, I don't know, maybe AT&T, and you do work at various AT&T offices. You could have AT&T as the parent and then the various offices as child customers underneath it. What that allows you to do is allows you to bill to those specific customers, but you can do a roll-up report of AT&T altogether. GL group. Intacct used to have a default GL account that you could assign to a customer. They've now changed it to GL group. And they do that so that it works well with order entry and projects jobs. It allows you to basically set up a group that'll assign a default GL account to the customer whenever you put it into an order entry or projects transaction. If you have one, you don't have to fill it out. Territory ID, this is really used for managing sales areas. So if you have a sales rep and you have a territory that they normally cover, you would have this territory ID used, and this ID is assigned to the user in the Users tab of the Company module. It has no real use outside of that. So most of the time, you don't worry about territory ID unless you actually have that need. It won't even come up. Again, if you do have a need for territory ID, speak to your enablement technician and they'll help you out. Here you can add attachments. Any kind of form or order documentation that you need, you can attach to the customers, and it'll follow this customer around. Invoicing details, you can put in your terms like net 30, due upon receipt, anything like that. You can add a default revenue account that's for AR, for the AR module, not just for order entry. GL group is for order entry and projects. Default revenue account is for AR only, because you can't use GL groups in AR. Shipping method, if they have a shipping method, you could list them out. You can add them on the fly, truck, train, whatever. If they have a resale number, tax ID, if there's a credit limit. If you put them on hold, this allows you to have the vendor in your list, but you can put them on hold so that transactions can't be coded to them. A statement invoice delivery, how they want to get their statement and invoices. You can do email, print, or both. This is a default. It can be overridden, and I'll show you later in another video when we talk about print or email of invoices. You can have a default invoice message, basically a marketing message or something. Comments is just internal to the customer so that only your staff would see those comments, and a default retainage if there is a default retainage percentage. If they're taxable, you can check taxable, and you can create groups if you have specific groups. Now, printed document templates. AR invoices can have specific invoice layouts and statement layouts that you may want. And you can do different ones for each item: invoice, quote, order, list, adjustments, others. You would have to add them. And again, as I've mentioned in other videos, if you have a question, help on this page. We'll do wonders with getting you that information to help you understand what you can do and cannot do. So let me show it to you this way here. So I clicked on it. I did. You just didn't see it because I was so quick, Let me see here. Attachments, invoicing details. We're not going to worry about that. We just went through that. Tax calculation. Here we go. Printed docs. This gives you the drop-down list. You can look here. Default settings, document templates. We'll get more on document templates later on creating those and building them out, which is really neat because you basically just use MS Word and do word merge. And there's an add-in that allows you to find your fields a lot quicker. Then you also have email template options. This allows you to create multiple email templates for the various transaction definitions in order entry, which also relates to projects and jobs. So you can have a different form like AIA and subcontracts or anything you want to do. You have a specific format for your email templates. You can create that here, and it'll always send it out whenever you choose that particular transaction definition. Oh, one other thing about the GL group. This is useful for, say, you have government customers and you have private customers. Government customers, maybe they only use they use one GL account and the private customers use another GL account. This is one of the big uses for GL groups, so that it creates that default GL account in order entry and jobs. And that is it for this video, except remember, help and support, help on this page, a lot of good information. Intacct has a wonderful help system. And the little question marks, also neat little information, and information system that also takes you to more in-depth knowledge on help screens. And let's see, I don't have one here, but if you see a little blue line underneath any word, it gives you a very quick pop-up for help too. A lot of help in Intacct. Good to make the best use of that.